Alright, I just wanted to take a quick minute here and show you how to register your domain name with NameCheap.com. So first things first is you're going to need to go to NameCheap.com, and you'll be here. You'll be presented to this website where you can now go ahead and register your domain name that I've outlined in the email that I've sent you. So the first thing you need to do is, once you're at NameCheap.com, go into the search bar here and put your cursor in and type in the domain name that you want. So I'm just going to put one in here, hipdiscoballs.com, and we're going to search that to see if it's available. And it will tell us if it's available or not through their services, just to make sure that no one else owns it. So if it is available, you'll see that it does have a little tick box, or I guess a check there, showing that this actual domain name is available for me to purchase. So from this point, you'll just see that yes, it does cost this much. Sometimes they're doing promotions, but that's the correct amount there. So we want to add this to our cart. So go ahead and click this add to cart button, and it will show that it is now in our cart. So from this point, we don't necessarily need anything else. We want to just go ahead and view cart. And here we are now in the shopping cart. So from this point, we do want to make sure that we, number one, the domain name is available. And the next thing you do want to double check is make sure that it is spelt correctly. Because once you purchase it, or once you own it, you own it. There's no really going back or changing it from that point. So double check, triple check, make sure that it is spelt correctly. So double check that. You do want to make sure that it is done for at least 2 years, or that you are purchasing it for at least 2 years. Why that is that tells the search engines that you are serious about the domain name, and they're more likely to, I guess, favor you in a way. So make sure it's at least 2 years, and the more you do it, the better. So if you were to go up to 5 years, even better. So I'll leave that up to you, but at least 2 years. Okay, so we'll select that. The next thing you're going to want to make sure of is this whois guard. This is to keep your domain name off the private domain name registry, or excuse me, off the public domain name registry. What that does is that allows it to where no other people can see who owns this domain name, and you won't be getting any calls, because sometimes you'll get those pesky salesmen that will call you up saying, hey, I saw that you registered a domain name, and they try and sell you something. So this whois guard, just make sure that it is enabled. There you'll see that it is enabled. Right now it looks like it's free, so it's usually nothing more than the $3, but that keeps everything private and secure. NameCheap does offer a bunch of other services here, but you do not need any of them. So again, we just need the domain name for at least 2 years, and the whois guard is enabled, and that's it. Other than that, we just want to confirm our order. And from here, it's going to either ask you to log into your account if you have one, but since this is probably or most likely your first time, you'll need to create an account. So go ahead and put in just a username there, maybe a nickname, or something to remember, the password that you can decide on, and that is easy to remember as well. And then your first and last name and your email address. And then if you want their newsletters, go ahead and make sure that that box is checked. I usually uncheck that. so they don't bug me with their emails. So from here you would create your account, and that's where it would then lead you into where you would plug in your credit card information and purchase the domain name. Then from there, you'll be able to manage your domain name, and that will be laid out in the email that I have sent you on how to purchase and register your domain name using Namecheap. Thank you very much. If you have any other questions, let me know. Thank you.